THA and PNM Tobago Council leader in war over words over meeting. Police say school-oriented policing initiatives reduce school violence, and MP admits the gas shortage in Tobago last Friday. Good evening, Tobago. I am Zoba Samuel. Thank you for tuning in to the Channel 5 News for Wednesday, May 6, 2026. The Tobago House of Assembly, THA, and the People's National Movement, PNM Tobago Council, political leader Shamfa Kajo are in a war of words over a meeting called by Marine Park stakeholders on May 6th. Kajo Lewis, who was invited to the meeting, said that although THA's high-ranking stakeholders were invited to the meeting, they did not show up. In reply, Chief Secretary Fali Augustin says the matter addressed at the May 6th purported meeting were already addressed at an April 13 meeting with the Marine Park stakeholders regarding the Marine Park Bill 2026. In a statement shortly after the meeting ended, the Office of the Chief Secretary, OCS, said it became aware of the invitation purportedly sent on behalf of the boat and reef tour operators in Tobago after the Chief Secretary informally received it on the evening of May 5, 2026. The Chief Secretary said Assembly Member Darren Henry, Secretary of Environment, Climate Change, Resilience and Energy, Assembly Member Zorisha Hackett, Secretary of Tourism, Antiquities and Creative Industries, and Assembly Member Nikita Percy, Assistant Secretary of Tourism, Antiquities and Creative Industries, met with boat and reef tour operators at the Pigeon Point Heritage Park Pavilion on April 13, 2026. The THA says it remains committed to ongoing consultations with all partners and stakeholders on the Marine Park Bill, with a focus on ensuring that sustainability of marine spaces and the security of all users of the marine park, improving safety and ensuring long-term sustainability of Tobago's marine environment. Meanwhile, the PNM Tobago Council leader Kajo Lewis responded to THA's explanation for not attending the May 6th meeting with Marine Park stakeholders, highlighting political tensions on the matter. Taking to social media on May 6th, the PNM leader shared a photo purportedly showing a signature on a record book for the Office of the Chief Secretary and the Division of Tourism, dated the evening of May 4th, 2026. She wrote, quote, "Contrary to the claim of the Tobago House of Assembly that they only received the letter of invitation to meet with the boat and reef tour operators on May 5th, the records show that representatives of the Office of the Chief Secretary and the Division of Tourism received and signed for those letters on the afternoon of May 4th, 2026, end quote. She also stated that Marine Park operators told her the THA did not consult with them after March 11th, highlighting that there was no April 13th consultation as mentioned by Office of the Chief Secretary. She concluded her social media post with the hashtag receipts don't lie. Reef tour operator Michael Frank says the unfortunate accident at Pigeon Point Marine Park on April 8th that participated the Tobago Marine Park Bill 2026 is destined to happen again unless changes are introduced by the Tobago House of Assembly. Frank spoke at a meeting convened by stakeholders at Bonaccord Government School on May 7th. He worked on a committee that made recommendations on the proposed bill. Still, the Tench coach have discarded those recommendations in favor of an emotional response, Frank says.
Most of this could have been avoided if they was to go through with some of the recommendations that we have made on that. Also, what is happening now, as Michelle said, is going to happen again. Because unless THA put their foot down and put the things that is necessary to maintain safety, it will happen again. It's a matter of time. Unfortunately, all of we are in this together, and all of us are going to feel the effect in the long run. And we can't just work hide heighty-tighty, and whenever something happens, you just jump out and decide, oh, we're going to do this. Not emotional. It can't be emotional. This is about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We need to understand that we have to put things in place.
Frank says the group of stakeholders, including fishermen, food vendors, jet ski operators and others, invited the Chief Secretary to the meeting, but no representative from the THA attended. This is about the people of Trinidad and Tobago, Frank says, and the THA must understand that measures must be put in place to ensure safety and compliance. Balance is the word, Frank added. The THA, in a special session at the plenary sitting on April 23rd, debated and passed the Tobago Marine Park Bill 2026. This follows the tragic accident that claimed the life of a 7-year-old on April 8th. Political leader of the Tobago Council, Shamfa Kajo-Lewis, attended and urged the THA to consult with stakeholders. More news after the break.
Red Credit Union.
You can make your goals unfold, go get it. You can live your dreams, join the team, let's do this. You can get the help you need to succeed. Red Credit Union, you can believe that you can achieve it. Today you can live that dream, pull up to the job and surround your week with Red Credit Union. Yes, you can, yes, you can.
Come in and live your best life today with Rand Credit Union.
Welcome to the speed round of getting money right. Let's begin. Name some of the red flags associated with an investment scam.
Pressure tactics to invest.
Correct.
Promise of money if you bring friends.
Correct.
Request for personal information.
Correct. Bonus question. What is the penalty for operating a pyramid or Ponzi scheme?
$10 million and 10 years in prison.
Correct. Well done. The scores are even, so we go to our tiebreaker question. You receive money in your account from an investment company, and they tell you to transfer it to a third account. Does that sound right?
I think about it, and that not right.
Congratulations, you tinker! Getting Money Right is brought to you by the TTSEC. Visit investigateTT.com to access free learning resources and check the TTSEC for a list of registered individuals and securities. The Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. You invest, we protect, everyone benefits.
Escape to elegance at Le Chateau Suites Tobago. Gated privacy, breathtaking villas, unforgettable memories, where Caribbean dreams become reality.
For 10 years, Pulse 89.5 FM has been the beat that moves Tobago. From the latest hits to the voices of the community, we bring the island's rhythm to life. Every day, every hour. Stay locked to Pulse 89.5 FM, the beat of Tobago. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and stream us worldwide on the TuneIn app.
You come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Stephen to see about them. Yeah. Total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it's your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
mommy never, ever, 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 ever left you out.
Being a mother may sometimes feel overwhelming in this very fast-paced world that we now live in. Whether you should be your child's friend or your child's mother.
I am a friendly but stern mom. I keep an open mind to what works, meaning to say that when sternness needs to be applied, is applied. When a safe space needs to be created, it's created.
Know how to train your daughter up. Don't repeat the mistakes of the past.
I am not my child's friend at 3, 4, 9, 13, 14. I'm not their friend. I am their mother.
Join me this Mother's Day as I chat with 4 women who will be sharing their experiences on motherhood.
Welcome back. The police are standing by the school-oriented policing initiative, which they say is reducing incidents of violence in schools. Attorney General Assistant Superintendent, Acting General Superintendent, Police Mahalia Bacchus, made the claim in an exclusive interview with the Channel 5 News.
We have to be honest, there has been less reports of that since this initiative has been installed in schools. So we have had less reports. It may happen one and off and occasionally, but in general there are less reports of school violence being reported, and the officers are working to try to work along with the students and teachers to have that change, behavioral change to take place with the students.
She refers to the April 29th altercation outside the Signal Hill School, in which a man was held with a cutlass. Bacchus says that one instance where the policing initiative was effective.
It was effective because they were able to intervene as well, to treat with the persons who came within the space that they were not supposed to be, and they were able to reach out. There was a quick response from the police, and the matter was dealt with very quickly. Someone was arrested on the outside there, and he was dealt with before the court of law.
The ACP also says that stiff penalties and laws cannot reduce the violence in schools.
At the end of the day, these children are young children, and they have to understand consequences, just as I said. And sometimes it depends on the penalty that you are looking at. Is it going to somewhere later down the line cause permanent damage to the child, or are we looking at behavioral change so that we get a different product? Right, so you're talking about rehabilitation or you're talking about direct punishment. So you're looking at the part of rehabilitation.
She confirmed that officers continue to visit all schools in Tobago. The school-oriented policing initiative was launched in September 2025. The program placed police officers in schools to combat violence in high-risk schools. The officer spoke at Signal Hill Secondary School after a function was held to gather feedback on the school-oriented policing initiative. Meanwhile, President of the National Parent-Teacher Association, Walter Stewart, says that there is room for improvement of the oriented policing in school initiative.
Whilst there has been some improvement, it is not at the rate at which we expected. We expected to see a massive improvement. Unfortunately, regrettably, this has not occurred. The Minister himself said in the first term of the academic year 25-26, there were 1,050 suspensions. And we are gauging the number of suspensions vis-a-vis the results or the lack of results with regards to our policemen in our schools.
Stewart, who attended the meeting at Signal Hill, says that there is a need to investigate the root cause of behavior pattern in schools.
There needs to be a desire and intention, deliberately so, with regards to what is causing these infractions. Why are students waking up in the morning coming out to our schools and causing problems, causing mayhem in our schools. It is not magical that this is happening. There has to be root causes, root reasons why our students are behaving in the way that they should.
He was speaking after a stakeholder meeting at Signal Hill Secondary School earlier today. After public outcry over Republic Bank Limited increased fees, which took effect from May 1st, 2026, the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago is now looking into the matter. In a May 5th statement, the bank acknowledged public concern, adding that it is talking directly to the bank on this matter. The bank also quoted its governor, Larry Hawaii, as saying that he understands why citizens are frustrated. Hawaii said, quote, "We do not take this sentiment lightly. Over the years, we have closely monitored fees and charges on commercial banks, and the data on this remains publicly available on our website. While our role as regulator is defined by law, it is not passive. Citizens deserve a financial system that works in their interest, and the central bank will continue to advocate for that," end quote. According to the central bank's website established in 1964, the bank promotes monetary and financial stability, acting as the nation's banker and sole currency issuer. It also emphasizes its ongoing efforts to ensure a stable financial environment that benefits all citizens. Under Section 44A1 of the Central Bank Act, the bank authority to regulate fees is limited primarily to interest rates and charges linked to loans and credit facilities. It does not have the legal power to set a cap or for general services like account maintenance, transactions, or ATM fees, which are determined by individual banks. Fraudsters are constantly attempting to get CIBC's Caribbean customers to reveal or confirm their personal banking information by calling them via Google Meet or other social media applications and from email addresses resembling the bank's. In a statement, the bank said customers should remain alert to these tactics and stay vigilant about sharing personal information. The regional bank says the fraudsters' calls display the logo of the bank. It also noted that the bank does not contact clients by calling them or asking them to provide personal banking details in this way. Customers should report any suspicious calls or messages immediately to prevent fraud and protect their accounts, the bank added. CIBC Caribbean tells its customers not to engage with fraudsters and to report all suspected fraudulent activity immediately to the bank's fraud team at fraud@caribbean.com- and to share a screenshot of the call. If customers have been targeted, the bank also asks them to contact the bank by phone using the contact number on the back of their card, especially if they realize they have shared any information with the fraudsters. The bank stressed that its representatives will never contact customers via social media, text message, email, or telephone to instruct a client to download a remote desktop application, request that a client click a suspicious link, or request sensitive information. The bank added that clients must protect sensitive information such as one-time verification codes, personal identification numbers, card numbers, CVV, expiration dates, email addresses, and passwords or login credentials. It also says it is committed to protecting its clients' personal information through robust client protection systems. The bank is asking its clients to also pay attention and play their part by being vigilant and looking out for fraudsters. Stay with us. More news after the break.
furniture and appliances for your home at affordable prices? It's time to visit JG's Furniture and Appliances Limited at their showroom at Smithfield No. 2 in Scarborough. There's more room to shop, more furniture and appliances, more brands to choose from, all at the same affordable price. Get everything you need to furnish your home, like stoves, fridges, washing machines, couches, dining sets. They even have swing chairs, school desk, chase loungers, sports sets, garden benches, day beds, and coffee tables. JG's is perfect for gift ideas for new and established homeowners. A wide variety of furniture and appliances. After 35 years, JG's is still Tobago's top choice for furniture and appliances. Visit their showrooms either at Orange Hill Road or Smithfield No. 2. JG's, make your dream home come true.
Cathedral Credit Union is celebrating big. Get up to $81,000 at just 0.8% interest with our anniversary loan. And because Christmas is in the air, we're spreading cheer with up to $60,000 at only 1%. Visit cathedralcutt.com or call 235-6947 today. Cathedral Credit Union. Member-owned, member-focused.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash in transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today. Welcome back. On Friday, May 1st, some gas stations in Tobago experienced hours-long shortages, forcing residents to travel further to fill their tanks. The Trinidad and Tobago Natural Petroleum Marketing Company, NP, confirmed the situation after several callers reported the inconvenience to Channel 5 News. NP dismissed rumors that the gas stations were without fuel because the vehicles were uninsured. NP stated that, quote, there is no problem with the insurance of trucks. All trucks have adequate and appropriate insurance coverage, end quote. Asked what contributed to the shortage, NP said, quote, as part of NP's internal quality control measures, road tank wagons which distribute fuels to the service stations are inspected annually. Internal inspections were conducted on Friday, 1st May, which resulted in units being taken out of service temporarily, end quote. Questioned further on what NP has done to mitigate the problem, NP said a few minor issues were identified. Most have been rectified. The National Petroleum Company, however, the company did not specify which issues were corrected. Newly installed political leader of the People's National Movement, Tobago Council, Shamfa Cajole Lewis, says it is a difficult task to rebuild the party in Tobago. And the only way to do that is through party unity and use of principles mandated by party's founder, the late Dr. Eric Williams.
We must ready up ourselves, pull up our bootstraps, stay focused, and get the job done. We know that it will be no walk in the park. The mandate is massive. It's a Herculean task. It seems incredible, but it is not insurmountable.
Kajal Lewis says the party's diversity is its strength, but it can only be harnessed if they join under one banner, even if there is a different route to the same destination, she says.
True unity is the understanding that the ties that bind us, or core principles as PNMites, or shared commitment to our members, to our constituents, or vision for a better, brighter future for the people of Tobago, are far stronger than any force that seeks to divide us. History has revealed time and time again that when we are divided, we falter. And we know well and good that a united PNM is unstoppable, unshakable, and unbeatable. And that, my friends, make our opponents uncomfortable.
Kajal Lewis says the campaign was challenging at times. She even considered dropping out of the elections.
An election is more difficult than a regular election because you're fighting family. You're fighting family, or you're going back. They say it's democracy, but you juke me, I don't really want to juke you back with his family. You know, so that was very tough for me, but we made it through and we are united once again. Thanks for those who gave me that support.
Kajal Lewis says citizens want a brighter future for themselves and the nation. The Equal Opportunity Tribunal marked a milestone today, as it is 25 years since proclamation of the Equal Opportunity Act. According to its statement, the Equal Opportunity Tribunal says the anniversary is more than a celebration of longevity. Rather, it is a reflection of TNT's commitment to upholding the dignity and rights of people. Referring to the role of the tribunal, the Equal Opportunity Tribunal says the tribunal serves as a vital institution in safeguarding citizens against discrimination on the grounds of status, race, ethnicity, and religion. To mark its 25th anniversary milestone, the tribunal says it is working towards the establishment of a legal clinic and a sub-registry. It notes that the public can look forward to increased public education, continued modernization of systems to improve efficiency. Among the cases the tribunal is to hear is Samuel Johnson versus the Tobago Regional Health Authority, scheduled for May 12th. According to the EOT, the complaint is about alleged discrimination against a non-renewal of a 2-year employment contract. The EOT says the tribunal's work has helped to foster greater awareness of rights and responsibilities among citizens, contribute to shaping a more equitable society, and foster great awareness of rights and responsibilities among citizens. The 2026 wet season will likely be interspersed with dry spells and Saharan dust events, leading to relatively dry conditions preceding and following rain events caused by tropical waves. May is transition month, and this is not unusual for the beginning of the wet season, says meteorologist Travis Gardner.
The Saharan dust peaks between the months of May to July every year. So that's the period where we're getting most of the Saharan dust. And the wet season usually starts in the month of May. But May is the transition month. So as we go deeper into the season, so like go into May, June, July, August, which is the peak of the hurricane season, you will see the wet season more picking up. But it's normal.
The Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service, TTMS, declared the official start of the wet season on May 5th. The transition to the wet season usually occurs in May. It is declared when measurable rainfall of 0.1 millimeter or above is recorded, attributed to a tropical wave or intertropical convergence zone, ITCZ, the principal drivers of rainfall for Trinidad and Tobago. The rain on May 5th was associated with the first tropical wave of the season. The TTMS has been monitoring this wave since it moved off the west coast of Africa on April 30th. This wave, classified as a weak tropical wave, produced minimal but measurable rainfall across parts of the country, including 2.1 millimeters at Piaco and 2.5 millimeters at Charlottesville. The TTMS is always reporting that over the next couple days, there will be relatively dry conditions and a moderate concentration of Saharan dust. The TTMS rainfall outlook for May, June, and July is for near normal rainfall in Trinidad and below normal rainfall in Tobago. Now we take a look at the weather. Moderate concentrations of Saharan dust. Tonight will be fair but hazy with a light breeze and the isolated brisk shower. Tomorrow, mild to moderate concentrations of Saharan dust. Persons sensitive to these atmospheric changes should take the necessary precautions. Mostly fair, hazy, and at times breezy, with the isolated shower favoring late morning to afternoon. Night will be fair but slightly hazy, with the isolated shower. Seas, moderate. Winds east to east-southeast, 5 to 30 kilometers per hour. Waves in open waters, 1.5 meters to 2 meters. In sheltered areas near 1 meter. High tide at 6:37 a.m. and 8:26 p.m. Low tides at 12:24 a.m. and 1:51 p.m. Sunrise at 5:42 a.m. and sunset at 6:16 p.m. Tomorrow's temperature should reach a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius and fall to 29 degrees Celsius. Let's recap our headlines. THA to request $3.71 billion for fiscal 2026. Tobago West MP, 1 in 3 Tobagonians live in poverty. And Tobago athletic coach attributes success for caring for athletes. That does it for us tonight at the Channel 5 News Desk. I am Zoba Samuel saying have a good night and stay safe.